ResortLoop.com is proud to be sponsored by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's now offers coffee subscriptions. You can order a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. You can choose from 3 collections: the Flavored Coffee Collection, the Roastmasters Collection, or the Disney Signature Coffee Collection. Each collection includes 3 bags per month. With the Joffrey's Coffee subscriptions, never run out of great coffee again. Learn more and order at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
For those of you who have joined us at the Polynesian Village Resort Hotel, aloha, and welcome aboard the Walt Disney World local monorail system. During the trip, we request that everyone please remain seated and that there please be no eating, drinking, or smoking. Thank you. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. I'm very excited to be doing this show. Joining us, as more often than not, Mr. Jeremy Hunt. Jeremy, how are you doing?
Hello, Tim, and happy whatever day this is. I can't remember. Time has no meaning these days, but how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, and it means even less when you're doing a podcast because people are going to be listening to this at any point now and in the future, and maybe have even listened to it in the past.
Whatever day you get to this.
Exactly. So this is going to be an interesting show because I don't know if most people know here, Jeremy has a passion that he's put out for his own, I'll say solo project. But Jeremy, maybe you can go into this a little bit. A lot of people didn't know you have a real passion for like background music in the parks, and it kind of spurred on a new project you've been working on.
I do. I've loved park ambient tracks forever. I've collected a ton of them. I've got far too many of them on my computer hard drive. But along that line, and just in the general vibe of being in the park, enjoying the park for just being there as opposed to attraction writing and whatnot, came up with a little podcast idea, and it's called Walkabout the World. The world being, of course, Walt Disney World. And the whole thought here is every week we record in park. So everything you hear every week is, other than an occasional like little intro or something, is always recorded in the parks, with the idea being to slow down, notice the details. Sometimes we walk and talk. Sometimes we sit and listen to a particularly cool like little area of the park that has some great ambient background to it. And then sometimes we do an attraction ride through, but always it's recorded with surround sound and inside the park somewhere.
I'll say what I enjoy about it. It brings you back into the parks, and you're not doing that rushing to get from attraction to attraction. You're just kind of strolling with Jeremy, enjoying the background, and it's actually very relaxing, and I enjoy it quite a bit.
Well, the idea is like slow TV for Disney podcasting. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. But it's definitely not like the podcast version of a Disney vlog. And what I mean by that is it's like we're not after like going to do the 10 best rides or the 5 tastiest treats or and there's nothing wrong with that. There's just really, really solid people that do that already. And this is more of a slow down. Like if somebody falls asleep to this, it won't hurt my feelings at all. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. And another part of it is when you're in the parks on vacation, you do have to get from point A to point B. You spend a lot of money. You got to get your money's worth. You got to get to an attraction. And in this, you can just be. You just hang out, listen to the parks, listen to the crowd noise. Hopefully, I already know that this is a type of thing where some folks are going to be like, hey, that's unique and right up my alley. And some folks are going to be like, this is really weird and not for me at all. And I'm totally okay with both of those things.
So, Jeremy, I ask you, and you're gracious enough, because I on this show, I like to play, an episode for everybody to listen to and enjoy. I want you to set up the episode we're going to play.
Tim is the gracious one here, so let's not fool anyone. The episode that he's going to play is the most recent episode we've done, and it's a tour around the village of Harambe in Disney's Animal Kingdom. And so you get to hear the background music, and you get to hear me blab and read a bunch of the cool signage that's there. The chances are you've passed right by. I mean, maybe not, but like I am guilty often of just strolling right by and not noticing a lot of the cool stuff that they have on buildings and like all kinds of little shop advertisements and whatnot. So we spend a little time daring to be boring and reading some of those and generally just having a good time hanging out.
Awesome. But before we play it here again, let people know what it's called. So while it's listening and they go, hey, I want to subscribe to that or follow that, where can they find you?
It's called Walkabout the World, and I think it's on most of the things. New to this, so not really sure, but I know it's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and then on Instagram, the account is Walkabout WDW.
Fantastic. All right, well, here's Jeremy's episode. Everybody, enjoy.
Well, hello, traveler. Welcome to Walkabout the World, your weekly audio expedition through one of the parks or resorts of Walt Disney World here in Orlando, Florida. And today, we are yet again in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Beautiful. It is sunny. There is not a cloud in the sky. I kid you not. This is also the time of year that if you do not take precautions, you will get a wicked sunburn here in what is springtime in Florida. The goal, as always, is to relax, slow down. Can you hear that breeze? Hope you can. The goal is to slow down, relax, and ultimately to put you in the park. Our mission statement, our ethos, if we have one, is to be the least ambitious podcast you've ever heard. Also, listen to the announcement. Don't be that guest, guys.
Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
Mask up, wash your hands, be nice. That's all. Can you tell where we are? I'm going to see if you can tell. Walk over here. Give you a little better of a clue. Yeah, you guessed it. We are in the village of Harambe today. I'm going to take you on a quick... Who am I kidding? It's not going to be quick. I'm going to take you on a leisurely walking trip of Harambe. And if you think to yourself, don't hear many people around, doesn't sound crowded, you would be wrong, traveler. It is fairly packed today. However, where we currently are is at the exit of the Lion King show theater. It's beautiful over here. Some of the details, some of the advertisements painted on the walls by folks wanting you to come and visit their shops or buy their wares in the village of Harambe are amazing. You should walk over here just to check that out. It's actually what I've done. The side benefit for you and me is that no one back here because the Lion King Theater currently isn't in operation. It will be soon. And if I were a Disney news guy, I could tell you that, but I'm not. Plenty of places you can get that. I'm going to take a right. We're going to go past the actual entrance to the theater. Beautiful tapestry art of Simba to our right. And there's a sign in front of me here that says J.M. Moyo, recycled bead jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, earrings. Gotta go in and visit J.M. sometime. Here to our right, beautiful arched building says customs clearance because we are at the port of Harambe now. The waterway to our left. We can also visit the Tabasami studio for film development, printing. You can get your colored passports, pictures, weddings, wedding and party photos. Okay, man, they do it all here. What else do we see? Because I'm entertaining myself. We have a sign for the Tusker House restaurant pointing to the right. Again, looking at the customs and clearance white arched stone building. We have Kavuko computer classes. That's definitely a thing that you should do while you're here in Harambe. We have an herbalist, astrologer, and traditional healer on duty, Dr. Jomo, it says. And safari tours. Who knew they had safari tours in these parts? But they do. And here at the very entrance to the Lion King Theater, the sign says, Harbor Master, Visitor Registry. Please have necessary documentation available. If you want to enter the port, you got to do that stuff. So many beautiful signs, so many beautiful details to see. Did you guys know that they had hot air balloon trips here? The Kinga hot air balloon trips. Why not rise above it all, it says. Tired of the dust and jolts of East Africa's famous road system? Longing for that romantic vision of Africa? Safe, unique, and romantic. Kinga air balloon trips. You heard it here. Not even a sponsor. Also, we have the Twiga travel agency. Paying too much for safaris? Not seeing what you want? Try Twiga travel agency. See the Africa of your dreams. You will love the difference. And hey, by the way, for those of you longing to move, there are 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom flats to let. Personally, I would totally dig chilling in a flat here in Harambe. And do I hear a flotilla? We have a flotilla headed away from us here. With the entrance to the Lion King Theater to our back, in the waterway ahead of us, you can see the walkway that goes off towards Pandora to your right, leads down around the waterway. Gorgeous stone bridge. There is the Harambe House, a beautiful new white stone building down to our right. And I hear that is the home of the famed Club 33. If you're famous enough to, you don't have to be famous, but you do have to have some cash to go to Club 33. Also looking at some of the signage here because that's the type of trip we're on today, folks. We're in the village of Harambe, and you got to see the sights and find out what there is to do here. The Tusker House restaurant ad. There is a sign for Harambe Fish and Crustacea, offering our catch near the beach most weeks. Because when I come to Harambe, I think crustacea. Also, we have traditional African sign writing available. Also a sign to let you know there are ivory poachers about and you need to beware. Think 10 times before you dabble in poaching. I know I will. I'm not going to dabble in poaching, guys. I'm going to take a peek over the apparently crumbling stone wall here at the port of Harambe, down to the waterway. Being careful not to drop you, our dear listener, down over the edge of the wall. I'm not going to treat you like that. But you can see the walls of the... Oh, wow, okay. So here's an interesting detail. I'm going to back up here because... Now this is something that you actually can't see from inside Harambe. I'm perched near the edge of the wall near the waterway with the Lion King Theater to our left, and on the other side of the wall, the water side of the wall, lots of beautiful details down there. Supplies, crates, barrels, fishing nets, etc. But on the wall that is beautifully decorated to look like it's been here forever, it has a giant painted marquee that says, "Welcome to Harambe, Port of East Africa." Which, incidentally, since I'm setting the scene, has a few palms behind it, some telephone poles, a rusted metal gate with the number 10214 next to it that would lead you down towards where you would board or exit your boat to the port of Harambe. The point here is you can't see this sign that says "Welcome to Harambe, Port of East Africa" from inside Harambe. You would have to be leaning over the wall like I am, or on a boat, which you can't do. But originally, now you, listener, tell me if I have this incorrect. I have a feeling our producer Josh will tell me if I'm incorrect. But in the original plan for Animal Kingdom, weren't there supposed to be boats that the guests would ride and travel around the waterway? Because there's a lot of waterways here, and always makes me think, why don't we use them more? Now they are using them more now with the flotillas, which is the boats that have Disney characters and music on them. But yeah, I think we were supposed to be able to do that as a guest, and they decided against it. If I'm wrong, please inform me. Drop me a note at Walkabout WDW on Instagram and let me know. I have no problem being incorrect. There's a beautiful red bougainvillea plant. Is that the right way to say that? Bougainvillea plant? Actually, there are two of them draped over the wall here with another couple of trees that are just busting out with leaves. If I haven't mentioned it, this is springtime for Florida. It's early March, but here everything is in bloom. Waves of yellow pollen covering everything. It's basically our snow season, except we have pollen season. All right. Let's continue. So since we started back here near the port of Harambe, let's make our way out into Harambe proper. We're going to be coming up on the Tusker House restaurant and then the Dawa bar underneath there. I'm going to investigate. If the Dawa bar is open and the crowds aren't too bad, I may get a drink. And then we'll also take a left up by the Dawa bar and walk down Main Street. As always, we will see what we can see with our ears. Now, on the sign next to the entrance of, see, I'm gonna drop some trivia on you here. The hotel, there's part of the building here for Tusker House, the hotel, and the sign outside of it says Hoteli Buradika. Somebody tell me. Another traveler just said Buradika. I'm going to say Buradika. But tell me, is there a reference there that we should know about? I think there is. I could be nuts, but you can tell me. Hi. All right. Harambe is humming today. And the seating area for the Dawa bar looks packed. All right. Main Street now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's packed. In my opinion, a busy Harambe is a good Harambe. Let's take a little trip in the Mombasa Marketplace store here. Hi guys.
Welcome.
Thank you. One of the stores here in Harambe. Lots of cool Harambe and Animal Kingdom wares to be found.
Yes, medium size and one small.
We left the main street and exited through the store, and now we are back in an alleyway next to Zuri's Sweet Shop. Interesting, they also have flats to let here, and a sign that invites us to have unique cold beverages inside.
Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, including when taking photographs.
Once again, listen to the announcement,
exception
folks.
would be when eating or drinking while stationary. Guests that do not comply will be asked to leave. Wash your hands often and thoroughly, cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation.
Heard as we walked past one of the staff that the line for the safari is now closed. We also have a sign here for Infalika Fashions, school uniforms and kids wear. So just so you know. Now we're in the street next to Harambe Market. There is a corner here that is my absolute favorite. The ambient music is loud. Hopefully you can still hear me over it. But there's a corner here with a sign for Sir's Hardware, and we also have Bicycle Land and Repair. Beautifully themed bicycle repair area. And there's a sign here that says, "It does not matter who you are or where you are from, we are all children of the world." There's a sign to the food market to the left. Let's take a stroll through the food market. And the sign outside of the food market says, Harambe Market, hot foods, cold drinks, welcome everybody. We have meats by Chef Malanga, curry-style sausages, grilled foods, and refreshments. Since it's a weekend and this place is bustling, actually most of these are open today. So it's a line of counter service, beautifully themed counter service locations. You grab your food and then they have a bunch of seating behind you with most of it under cover. It's not air conditioned, but it is under cover, which is nice. We also have the Market Development Office Ministry of Trade here, in case you were wondering where the Ministry of Trade was. Now you know. Lovely sign back here that says, "We renew broken hearts." A detail that many of you probably know about, but there's a lovely stone wall back here that has a vintage looking Mickey on it. It says, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but it says Fikwa, and with the word fellow underneath of it. From what I've heard, Fikwa means hidden. So it's a hidden Mickey. Long lines to be found everywhere today. Even the line for Rafiki's Planet Watch. Quite long. Stretching down around the corner. There's a grill going here to the right. What are they grilling? It would appear to be hot dogs. Genuine Harambe hot dogs. They have guys out here manning a grill, which is, oh no, wait a minute. Maybe it's corn on the cob. Maybe both. Maybe they're grilling dogs and corn on the cob. All right. Here to the entrance of Safari. Safari is closed.
Temporarily.
Okay. It happens. Standing at the entrance now to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Open your eyes to the world around you, it says. It's good advice. That's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to take a walk into Zuri's Sweets here, very briefly. Looks a little full, but that's okay. All right, worked our way through the store back out to Main Street across from Kusafiri Coffee Shop. Have you been? Kind of love it. Out in the main square of Harambe now. One of my very favorite places on the planet. We're just going to set a minute.
I am very short, so I believe that. I told her pretty easy. We don't like to be hope crushed. Just hope crushed. Right over here for me. Come on, next to Billy Green marker. No, when I got a second lane today, I didn't think it would be this way.
In front of Tamu Eats and Refreshments right now. Going around the corner. Where we were sitting, they were actually backing up the line for the safari right in front of us.
Everything else is that way.
Wood carver off to our right, carving some cool stuff. And now we have exited Harambe, headed towards the path to Asia. The Tree of Life through the foliage in the distance. And with that, traveler, I think we're going to bring today's expedition to a close. Hope you had some fun hanging out, walking around the village of Harambe. One of my favorite places to be. Give us a look, give us a follow over on Instagram at WalkaboutWDW. Drop us a note, let us know what you like, what you don't, when you listen. And if there are particular areas of the parks that you really love that you'd like us to hunt down, set down and record, we'll try to make that happen for you. Send along any comments or questions, and you just may be featured on a future episode. Behind the mask and behind the microphone is me, Jeremy, and behind the scenes and the artist behind our wonderful logo is Josh Steele. He is our producer, and he is on Instagram at The Steele with an E. Give him a look and say hi. And for now, I will remind you that there is a great, big, beautiful tomorrow out there. And just a quick side trail on that. If you wonder why I end that way, it's not to be cute. It's because there are just a few affirmations, mantras, whatever you want to call them, that continually float through my head. And Walt Disney wasn't a naive person. He went through difficult times, but he retained a core of positivity, a core of optimism that, frankly, I struggle to maintain. And it's one of the things that always sticks with me as the very top of my list, to remind myself that there is a tomorrow out there with hope in it. So there is a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And you can help bring that about. And I will see you in one of those tomorrows on another episode of Walkabout the World.
Jeremy, I like I said before, I find these shows very relaxing. You have a very soothing voice that I just enjoy, and the background music, it's just an awesome listen.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you. It's hard listening to yourself, but thanks, Tim.
You'll get used to it. I know it's very strange, and it really never kind of goes away. You just get kind of more used to it.
Well, thank you. Very kind.
So once again, although it'll be in the show notes, where can people find you?
You can find us on Instagram at WalkaboutWDW, and you can find the podcast on all the normal stuff that you're used to.
Awesome. I'm Tim Scott. Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com. Everybody, thanks for listening. Everyone, please check out Jeremy's show. Be sure to subscribe and follow to it. Take us out, Jeremy.
See you, everybody.
Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoop.com.